Peace, everybody. Welcome to Capital of Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to preview this Saturday's HBO World Championship Boxing, which features Vyacheslav Glazkov, the Tsar, against Steve Cunningham in a heavyweight attraction. And then we have Sergey Kovalev and Pascal for a light heavyweight belt. 12-round affair. I think Kovalev does he have 2 belts? He's got 2 belts.
Yeah, because he took B-Hop's belts, and I think, didn't B-Hop have 2?
No, I think B-Hop had 1, he had 1, they unified. Adonis Stevenson has the others.
Okay, so, but B-Hop was the lineal, right?
No, what's his name?
Oh, no, Stevenson's still the lineal. Okay.
Yeah. All right, now that we got all that out the way.
Sorry about that.
We're going to start off with the heavyweight fight, which we got the Tsar Glazkov versus Steve USS Cunningham. And coming into this fight, they're both coming off of good wins. Cunningham just beat, what's my man's name? Mansour.
Oh, yeah, Amir Mansour, and a great fight.
Yeah, and then Glazkov just beat, he beat, what's the Dingling man, Darnell Wilson. That wasn't that good of a win.
It was a stay busy fight.
He beat Thomas Adamek, which, he was a decent fighter, former champ, light heavyweight and cruiserweight.
Right.
Yeah. In this fight, we got your classic boxer versus stalker puncher type of guy going on here. And if you guys saw him fight Malik Scott, I think we're going to see the exact same fight, except this time the boxer getting the win that Malik Scott should have gotten. I see Cunningham being very smart, boxing patiently, picking his spots. He's actually pretty active for that boxer type, so he may even outwork Glazkov. But his chin can be rocked.
Right.
He's been dropped plenty of times. He was stopped by Tyson Fury.
After knocking him down.
Yeah, and he dropped Tyson Fury hard. So he's got a little bit of power. He doesn't have many knockouts.
He dropped Mansour as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did. He did drop Mansour. Mansour dropped him too. Like I said, Steve Cunningham can be dropped. He fought Thomas Adamek, and Adamek dropped him, 4 times? And he still almost won that fight. So this guy's tough. So like I said, I'm thinking that Cunningham's going to pull out the victory on this one. He's got a nice long jab, long right hand, underrated hooks and underrated body work when he does throw to the body, which is kind of rare. But he's got pretty good movement. And so I expect him to give Glazkov fits over the course of, I want to say this one's 10 rounds.
Yeah, because I think Glazkov is possibly looking at a title shot after this fight. Yeah, I think it's 10 rounds going into maybe either the next shot's a title shot or, he'll be one away.
Yeah. But unfortunately, he's going to have to take a step back in line because we don't think he's going to win that fight. But if he does, it'll have to be by knockout.
I can't really see him outboxing a guy like Cunningham because
absolutely.
Yeah, he really didn't box Malik Scott. While he does have the power and size advantage as far as weight, I mean, Cunningham is the same height, both of them are 6'3", but the only thing is he has a much longer, like you said, that long jab, and I don't see Cunningham engaging him in any inside fighting. I can see him moving laterally and staying off those ropes. We saw what happened at the Mansour fight, and not to mention that Cunningham is very, very veteran savvy.
Yep.
And tough. Just because he got dropped, he will definitely keep going.
But he knows how to survive.
So I see him whenever Glazkov gets inside, tying him up, maybe sneaking in a right hand. But I see him box from the outside, pumping the jab, and answering with a very long right cross actually, or straight right, just to keep Glazkov off of him.
Yep. And he's got just enough power that'll probably keep him honest.
Yeah.
So that's how we see that one going. On to the main event. We got a highly anticipated one here. We got Jean-Pascal, Sergey Kovalev, the Crusher, coming off a complete dismantling, undressing, ass whooping of Bernard Hopkins.
It was
A lot of
bad.
people didn't see that coming. Nobody saw Sergey Kovalev outboxing Bernard Hopkins. Everyone thought he could knock him out, of course, because he's got some serious power. But he showed the cerebral boxer in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that we thought was a weakness of his, him stepping back and resetting, was actually a huge strength against Bernard Hopkins. Because he wasn't there for Bernard to counter. But Pascal's faster than Bernard Hopkins.
He's more athletic than Bernard Hopkins.
He's got more power than Bernard Hopkins. But Pascal likes to wing his shots. He will wing those left hooks and right hands. And Sergey Kovalev has some underrated accuracy.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say underrated because not only has he been hitting guys with shots that hurt, but he's been hitting them in exactly the right spot to get them out of there.
But nobody really talks about that. They just say, oh, he's got power. He's got power. Like Rob said, he knows how to deliver that power. And expect him to deliver that power at some point in this fight. While Pascal has never been down, he has been hurt a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So he's never been stopped, naturally. But no, there's been guys who haven't been knocked down and been stopped. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. I think this might be the time for it to happen.
Now, what I'm looking at for this fight is I don't see Kovalev doing what Bernard Hopkins did to him and confusing him.
No.
Because he did look confused, but he was going against a counterpuncher and he wasn't sure what to do. Now with Kovalev, oh, and also he likes to steal a rest because he's kind of a sprinter. He's working with Roy Jones. Hopefully that he looks a little bit better. I think his last fight, did he hurt himself?
He hurts himself quite often,
especially in his shoulder. But
yeah, that was against Adrian Diakonu, but that was before the Lucian Bute fight, which he looked pretty decent in.
Right. So the other thing that I'm looking at is he likes to steal the rest. He's not a 3-minute fighter. He was not going to fight the whole 3 minutes of a round. The only thing with Kovalev is patient, so I can't really see him truly engage him, especially when he resets, because that's the time when, unless he is doing it to draw Pascal in and become a counterpuncher, I think those are the spots where Pascal is going to shine as far as attacking, because if Kovalev does not see what he wants, he will back up and reset.
Yeah.
Now, if he's backing up, that may play into Pascal because he can just explode either forward or, use his athletic ability to get the shots. Now, if he's accurate, fine. I'm not sure if he's that accurate. I don't think he's really that accurate of a puncher.
No.
But Kovalev ain't too hard to be hit. And we have seen Kovalev have a little trouble against, Pascal isn't a southpaw.
Speedier fighters.
He's just speedier fighters. He has had some trouble, so I can see Pascal taking advantage of those spots, as well as not being caught in the corner or on the ropes.
Yeah. But at some point, I expect Sergey Kovalev to punch with Pascal, catch him in between one of those hard shots, and maybe hurt him enough to win the fight.
Someone's going to be forced to fight. And I mean truly forced off their game and fight.
And I think Pascal can be done. That can happen to Pascal a lot easier than it can to Sergey Kovalev. That guy seems like he has an iron will, and he's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do when he wants to do it. Pascal is a little bit more of an emotional guy, so he can probably be goaded into a fight a little bit more. I mean, he already has. Like his fight with Carl Froch a few years back was a 12-round war, when he should have outspeeded him, and he ended up losing that fight.
But he does have Roy Jones Jr. He does have Roy Jones in his corner, and because he reveres Roy so much, he's going to listen to what his coach tells him.
That's true. Excuse me.
And Roy is quite familiar with Kovalev,
having called plenty of his fights.
Exactly.
So, there's a long way from the cup to the lip. if he can execute what Roy wants him to execute, he can win some rounds here. I just don't think he'll win enough to actually win the fight. Going Kovalev here.
I'm still 50-50 on it. Because I don't think he's fought anyone this athletic of this.
He hasn't.
He hasn't. I got a lot of those guys weren't movers. They weren't that.
I mean, they were movers, but they just couldn't move like Pascal.
Yeah, I mean, and plus Pascal is very awkward as well. He can throw punches from angles that I haven't really seen other guys throw punches.
Yeah, fast punches too. But should be a good one. So tune in, check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments. That's it for us guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said, hit us up in the comments. Like this video. Share it with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You can check us out on Facebook, Capital of Combat. Google Plus, same name, plus Capital of Combat. CapitalofCombat@gmail.com. If you want to send us an email, you hit us up on any of those forums with any questions you got. We get you in the combat mailbag. Also, we take requests for the technical toolbox, which we do once a month. So stay tuned for all of those, and also for the big one, Mayweather versus Pacquiao. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.